Hello students, welcome to economics class. I am Edwin Kumar, economics department, Soundarya Composite PU College. Dear students, in the previous class we have discussed about an economic system, types of economic system, features of economic system and basic problems of an economy. Now in this class let us discuss a new concept of production possibility curve, in short PPC. In this concept we are going to discuss the following contents like meaning of PPC, assumptions, concept explanation with the help of a schedule, concept explanation with the help of a diagram, features of PPC, production possibility set, the family firm, weaver and the teacher can use their resources to fulfill their needs. Finally, overall summary. Now first, let us see what do you mean by PPC. Production possibility curve is also called as production possibility frontier. I repeat once again, production possibility curve is also called as production possibility frontier. Let us see the first meaning. What do you mean by PPC or PPF? PPC is a graphical presentation of all combinations of two goods that can be produced with the given resources and technology. Production possibility curve is a graphical presentation of all the combinations of two goods that can be produced with the help of given resources and technology. Dear students, in each economy we find resources. With the help of resources, an economy can produce the goods and services and distribute the goods and services with the help of technology. Here technology means nothing but machineries. Both the elements we are going to represent in the form of graph. This is called as production possibility curve. See, in short, I would like to say, what is production possibility curve? Production possibility curve is a graphical presentation of various combinations of two goods that can be produced with the help of resources and technology. That is called as production possibility curve or production possibility frontier. Next concept, assumption. We know that in economics there are two branches. One is microeconomics, another one is macroeconomics. Microeconomics has got so many theories. To understand these theories, we need to assume some assumptions. Assumptions in the sense, inferences. Without assumptions, we cannot understand the theories. Likewise, here also we have some assumptions. We need to assume some points, then only we can understand this particular theory. We will go one by one. First one, the amount of resources in an economy is fixed. The amount of resources in an economy is fixed. We know that human wants are unlimited but resources are limited. We cannot regenerate the resources. Once when we use the resources, it is a finishable things. So that is why here we need to assume that always resources are fixed. With the fixed resources, we have to produce the goods and services. Point 2. With the help of given resources, only two goods can be produced. You can ask the question, sir, can we produce only two goods? No. It is highly impossible. We can produce more and more or many types of goods and services. But here we are assuming only two goods. Why it is so? Because our simple understanding, an economy can produce only two goods. That is, you will come to know afterwards. Third one. The level of technology is assumed to be fixed. Once again, even technology also we need to be assumed as fixed or constant. we cannot see any changes in the technology. What happens if the technology changes, even production level also increases or decreases. So that is why here third point will say that the level of technology is assumed to be fixed. Finally, fourth point, the resources are fully and efficiently utilized. The resources are fully and efficiently utilized. I give an example. There are two people, person A and person B, both are having 1 acre of land each. Now, A person is going to produce 10 quintals of paddy in his 1 acre of land. Whereas B person, he produces 20 quintal of paddy in his same 1 acre of land. When we compare both the people, A person as well as B person, we will come to know one thing: B person has produced more quantity of product than A person, which means B person is using the resources fully and efficiently. So that is why to understand the production possibility curve, we need to assume these four assumptions. Next, now let us understand the production possibility frontier with the help of a schedule or table. See here, first let me say the table. Just observe the table very carefully. The first column says that production possibilities. There are A, B, C, D, E, F. There are 6 possibilities. Next, second column says that cloth in million meters, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally, third column says that wheat in million quintals, 15, 14, 12, 9, 5, 0. So, for our easy understanding, I have taken only 2 goods. One is cloth, another one is wheat. How an economy is going to produce these two in different quantity, in different combinations. So let us discuss now. For example, if an economy wants to utilize the complete resources on one particular product, let us consider only cloth. Now see the F combination. A country can produce 5 million meters of cloth because it has been it has been used all the resources completely to produce the cloth product. Whereas now country decides it doesn't want to produce any cloth, it wants to produce only wheat. Now what happens? You just observe here, wheat third column, 15 million quintals, which means a country doesn't want to produce cloth, it wants to produce only wheat. Now a country is going to use the complete resources in producing the product of wheat. In between these two extreme combinations, we have B, C, D as well E. See here, now a country decides, no, both the goods are essential, both are necessary for the people. Now it will allocate the resources for both the goods. For example, just see here, B combination, where a country or economy can produce 1 million meters of cloth, along with the cloth it can produce 14 million quintals of wheat. Likewise, in the C combination, if country can increase the production of cloth, that is to 2 million meters, now it has to reduce the product of wheat, that is to 12 million quintals. Same way, there are C, D, E. Out of these any combinations, a country can choose, a country can allocate the resources, it can produce both the goods. It depends on countries or economies' decision. So that is what a country can allocate the resources. Alternatively, what I said here, if all the resources are used for the production, as I said, now country doesn't want to produce cloth, it wants to produce only wheat, so it can produce 15 million tons of food grains. So in between, as I said, these two extreme possibilities, there are many other alternatives. Okay students, next let us understand the production possibility curve with the help of diagram. Just observe the diagram. Let me say first the diagram explanation here. O x-axis represents cloth in million meters. O y-axis represents wheat production in million quintals. You just observe here from A to F. From A to F we may find some other combinations also. When you observe AF curve, it is in the form of concave or in concave shape. Why it is so, I will explain later. Now just observe here, if country using complete resource and technology to produce only wheat, it can produce maximum 15 million tons of wheat. Here it cannot produce any cloth. The cloth production will be zero. Now country decides, no, I do not want to produce wheat, I want to produce only cloth. So I want to adapt or use all the resources in the production of cloth. Now country maximum can produce 5 million meters of cloth. Here now wheat production will be zero. In between there are B, C, D and E combinations are there. Now an economy decides, no, it wants to produce both the goods together. Now see the combinations here. When combination move from A to B, from A combination to B combination, which means 1 million meters of cloth we are producing, at the same time we can find the reduction in the production of wheat. It reducing to 14 million quintals of wheat. Again, if the combination moves to B, from B to C, now just observe there is a increase in the production of cloth. Once again there is a reduction in the production of wheat. Likewise there are so many combinations. So it is the decision taken by the economy based on the availability of resources and technology. Both the goods can be produced. But one thing sure, if it wants to increase the quantity of cloth or production of cloth, another side it has to decrease or sacrifice the another product. So as I said, no, based on the necessity, based on the availability of resources, an economy can take the decision. Now you see here, economy can produce maximum 5 million meters of cloth or 15 million quintals of wheat. So as I said, there are 15 million quintals of wheat and 5 million meters of cloth. Next, the concave curve. Just observe the diagram here. As I said here, A and F form a concave curve or concave shape of curve, which shows the join of various possible combinations, which gives a curve known as PPF or PPC, production possibility curve, or we can also call production possibility frontier. So when we join all the combination, so we get PPC. In the beginning, as I told you, what do you mean by PPC? PPC is a graphical representation of various combinations of two goods that can be produced with the help of resource and technology. Now you can come to know that it is a graphical presentation. We are representing the PPC in the form of graph. See here, production possibility frontier is also called transformation curve. So again I am using one more name for PPC or PPF. What is that? Transformation curve. PPC is also called as transformation curve. Why? Listen very carefully. Why do we call PPF as a transformation curve? When we move from one combination to another, we transfer one good to another by shifting the resources. Simple. Are you getting answer? Why do we call PPF as a transformation curve? See, just observe the diagram here. I am moving from A combination to B combination, B combination to C combination, which means I am increasing one particular product in the production. So cloth production I am increasing, but that side I am reducing the production of wheat, which means what I reduce here, these resources I am transferring to produce the another product. So by shifting the resources, I hope you are understanding. Are you getting my point? Yes. Just observe here, I am reducing the production of wheat. Here I am increasing the production of cloth, which means here what I am reducing, these resources I am shifting to produce the cloth production. That is why PPF is also called as transformation curve. Understand? Similarly, B, C, D and E show the different combinations of two goods of cloth and wheat. See, in the diagram we are representing all the combinations A, B, C, D, E as well as F. Finally we can say that A and F can represent the PPC curve. Here there is a new word, production possibility set. Earlier we have studied production possibility curve. Now the new word here, production possibility set. What do you mean by set? The collection of all possible combinations of two goods that can be produced with the help of resources and technology. Set in the sense more than two. See here in the bracket I have given here examples. In the diagram we saw that there were A, B, C, D, E and F. There were 6 combinations. Together it is nothing but set, which means production possibility set can represent the collection of all the bundles. Are you understanding? I repeat once again, listen carefully. Production possibility set represents the collection of all the bundles. What we studied in the previous diagram, in the previous slide, all the 6 combination comes in the collection of bundles. So together we used to call it as a production possibility set. There are different combinations we are producing with the help of resources and the technology. Next, very important, features of production possibility curve. There are 2 features. These 2 features can explain the nature of production possibility curve. The very first point, production possibility curve slopes downwards to the right. Just I show you the diagram. See here, the production possibility curve always slopes downwards to the right. Why it is so? An economy wants to increase one particular product's production, it has to reduce another product's production, which means an economy has to forgo or it has to sacrifice the production of another product. So it can lead the shape of PPC. It slopes downward. Second point, concave to the origin. So concave to the origin. Can you see the diagram? Just observe this diagram. You just observe this diagram. It is in concave shape. Concave to the origin. Why it is in concave? We should understand, it's very important for us. The PPC always concave to the origin. Because the operation of the law of increasing opportunity cost. Carefully listen this point. Always production possibility curve concave to the origin. Why it is in the form of concave? The answer is because the operation of the law of increasing opportunity cost. In the short word I would like to say because of opportunity cost. What do you mean by opportunity cost here? See, I have given meaning here. Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative sacrificed in the order to produce a good. I repeat once again. Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative sacrifice in order to produce a good. Let me give an example here. So there is a plot of land. This we can use it for various purpose. Either it can be agriculture purpose or construction of school or construction of factory. Now an economy decides, let us do agricultural activities in this particular land. Now an economy has to sacrifice the construction of school as well as factory. A particular community will deprive the facility of school as well as factory. So that is why it is in the concave shape. In the diagram we have seen that I want to increase the production of one particular commodity, I need to be sacrificed another product or another commodity. That is why it creates concave shape. Now another concept. See here, the family farm, a weaver and the teacher can use their resources to fulfill their needs. See, in the society we can find various or many type of personalities or workers or people, doctors, lawyers, engineers, teacher, a common person. Each person is different, each person's occupation is different. Of course, everybody will satisfy their needs with the availability of resources. So here I am going to explain how the three different people are going to utilize the resources and they are going to fulfill their needs with the help of their resources. We will see one by one. The first one is a farmer. Just see here, who is a farmer? A farmer is a person engaged in agriculture. We know this thing. So a farmer is a person who engaged in agriculture. A farmer might own the farmed land or might work as a laborer on land owned by others. Maybe there is a two possibility. A farmer can work is in his own land, or else he can work in others' land. Here I am taking the picture of he grows paddy in his land. For example, there is a person, he is called as farmer, he is going to grow paddy in his land. Land, cows, wooden floor, crops, etc. are his resources. What are his main resources? So land, cows he uses in the agriculture process, wooden floor very important, and crops. These are his main resources. Next person, a weaver. A person whose job is weaving cloth and other fabric. Who is a weaver? A person's job is weaving of what? Cloth and other fabric. She uses yarn, a type of raw material, thread, etc. as a resources to weave the cloth. Her main occupation is to weave the cloth. As a weaver, of course, her main occupation is nothing but weaving. Maybe we measure in meters. Okay. Through selling the cloths, she earns the income. So now she wants to make income. How it is possible? What she weave the cloth, she has to sell. Then only she gets the income. This is second person. Third personality, a teacher. A teacher is a person who helps students to acquire knowledge. Who is a teacher? Who helps students to get the knowledge, to acquire the knowledge. She works at school or a college, maybe in any educational institution. Of course, we know this thing. She uses her skill to earn the income. Here very important thing, she delivers the knowledge to students. She is using her skill to provide the education. So it is very important. Otherwise, without skill or knowledge, she cannot earn the income. Now see all the three together. We have seen so far three different people. Three different people's occupation is totally different. Now see here, a farmer produces paddy and in that keeps some quantity for self-consumption. Whatever he grow, paddy or wheat, whatever, in that particular crops, some quantity is going to keep for his self-consumption because he has to run the family. In case, I give example, there are 10 quintals of paddy, maybe 3 or 4 quintals is sufficient for his family. The rest 6 or 7 quintals is going to sell in the market. Result, he gets the income. So same way, a weaver also does the same thing. What she weaves, so through selling the cloth, she tries to fulfill the needs. Next, in the same way, a teacher also uses her skill, knowledge as a resources to earn the income, and she purchases the needs. So almost all the teachers will work monthly ones or weekly ones based on their convenience. They will get the income. So with the help of income, they can purchase whatever they need. I have two wants. I want to purchase dress. I want to purchase jewelries. So I will use the income I got in the form of income or salaries. I use these salaries for the purchasing. Understood? So dear students, all the three different people, different jobs, though they are equally trying to fulfill their needs with their resources. So finally, we have learned what is PPC. I mean production possibility curve. It is a graphical representation of various combinations of two goods that can be produced with the help of resource and technology. Assumptions and diagrammatical and schedule explanation. Features of PPC is very important for us. So first point was PPC always slopes to the right. Second point says that always PPC concave to the origin. And what is production possibility set? Set in the sense it is the collection of bundles of different combinations of two goods that can be produced with the help of resource and technology. And opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is nothing but the next best alternative sacrifice to produce one other product. It is called as a opportunity cost. Finally, three different people, three different occupations, how they are going to fulfill the needs with the help of resources. Thank you.